Hello and welcome to Unacademy. Welcome to Let's Crack UPSC Civil Service Examination with Unacademy, India's largest learning platform. By just one subscription, you'll be getting access to unlimited live and record videos. Here at Unacademy, you will be having access to unlimited number of videos, my dear students. These are prepared by top educators. It's not only me, many educators, like top educators in India, are working at Unacademy. Then you may ask me, sir, what will I get by getting an Unacademy subscription? Here, first of all, you'll be getting structured courses. What are the structured courses? Structured courses are those which are prepared by top educators, keeping in view of the syllabus and also the previous year questions. And by doing that, we are predicting the probable questions which may come in our future examination. The structured courses will be in the form of live classes where you can get all your doubts clarified by live chat, and this will be supplemented by live tests and quizzes where you can evaluate yourself, and all these things will be for unlimited access. My dear students, I strongly recommend Unacademy subscription. To begin with, you have to download Unacademy Learners app. We have got dozens of apps of Unacademy. You have to download the Unacademy Learners app. Just by downloading this app, you'll be getting access to many features like free classes. You'll be having every detail about the educator who is taking the class, what are his credentials, what is his ranking. All these things will be there on the app. First, please download the Unacademy Learners app, and this app is for free and you can download this on Apple and Google Play Store. This is a brief about me. This is Raghu Gowda with you. I have been teaching UPSC aspirants for the past 11 years in this direction with the pen name of Buddha IAS. I have written many books. Latest being books on ethics, integrity and aptitude. I wrote and I developed a keen interest on ethics since I got top marks in 2015 UPSC Civil Service examination with respect to ethics paper. This made me to dwell into ethics, and ethics is not only the subject I teach, it is of interest for me. In this regard, my second edition of these two books are on the way and they will be soon in the market. You can contact me on this Unacademy link, and also you can join this Telegram group where I'll be providing free materials to you with regards to all the things what I teach. As I told you at Unacademy, we have got many top educators, more than 100 top educators. You name the subject, you have got a top like Brunal Patel, like Arora, Aish Sangvi, Ash Malik. It's not only me, there are many top educators. If there is any single place where you will find top educators at a place, then it is invariably Unacademy. These top educators have created more than 15,000 courses which cover the syllabus in a comprehensive way. You take the subject, we already have more than 10 to 15 courses created for these things. Say for example, polity, history, we already have more than 300 courses completed, and still you have got dozens, 15, 20 upcoming courses. Any course you take, for the example of history, geography, polity, economy, environment, science, all these things. Not only that, with respect to additional things like NCERT, also we have got hundreds of courses already completed and many more coming. At Unacademy, we primarily have got two kinds of subscription. As I told you, just by downloading the app, you'll be getting many things for free, like special classes, and we'll be having special guests often of international report and national reputation. Will be having access for those things. Along with that, we have made plus, means we have got something extra other than the free courses for you, where you will be having live classes, test series, and unlimited practice, and structured schedule will be there for you. This plus subscription you'll be getting 10% discount if you use my promo code Buddha. For 1 year, you'll be charged just 44,550 rupees, my dear students. If you want, you can go for iconic subscription. My dear students, I strongly recommend iconic subscription if you are a beginner and if you are in a graduate or something like that where you don't have proper direction. In this case, I strongly recommend you iconic subscription with my promo code Buddha IAS. You will be getting 10% discount. For 2 years, you will be just charged 96,300 for 2 years, my dear students. Where for 2 years, you will be having a personal coach who will be guiding you. Having realized the importance of option subject, we have kept optionals as a separate entity where we'll be having a specific focus. We are aware of the fact that options are the game changers in UPSC Civil Service examination. Having realized that, we have kept optional as a separate entity. For 1 year subscription with my promo code Buddha, you will be getting 10% discount and it will be just 24,750 rupees, my dear students. Recently, we have come up with the most competitive gamified UPSC Civil Service battle, that is a format of quizzing where it is known as Unacademy Combat. This is a very exciting thing, my dear students, and here many of my students have already won a lot of prizes here. This is for 45 minutes. You'll be having 60 questions, and this will be 13 combats, and it will be every fortnightly at 11 a.m. And all these things will be based on relative scoring, and there will be 6 sections. What are you waiting for? Every fortnightly at 11 o'clock, be there and win exciting prizes. As you are aware, we are fast approaching for the civil service prelims examinations. In this direction, to have a focused view, Unacademy top educators have come together and they have structured a course for you all guys. This have already started from December 21st. If you have not yet started, make it a point to join, my dear students. Here, to cater to the needs of the specific target group, we have got different categories there. Say for example, if some student want bilingual, we have for that. They want only Hindi, we have. Only English, we have that. They want for 2021, we have. Some want 22, 2 year structure course, we have that. Some want 23, so you can select the way you want. We all have like 9 batches for you, my dear students. You can join any of those. These are structured courses. I'm confident if you join any of these things, you won't repent. Unacademy prices are hiking. This is one of the latest information. Students, maybe after the festival season, it's most likely that Unacademy prices will be hiked. If you have not yet upgraded, my dear students, please upgrade. Whenever you are upgrading or anything, always use my promo code Buddha and get 10% discount, and also you'll get personal guidance from the top educators. Having said that, let's begin our case studies. Today we'll be solving the case studies. In this direction, as I told you, you have to master all the things with respect to second ARC recommendations. In case of second ARC recommendations, you have to take care of the foundational values, and also you have to take care of the draft public service bill things which have said as the civil service or public service values, and also Nolan committee recommendations. All these things should be internalized in your answer paper. As I told you, and I have always been saying, social influence and persuasive tactics and emotional intelligence should be used in your case study solving. And since the UPSC itself mentions that this question paper is to test your attitude and approach, you have to make sure that you show your attitude and approach which indicates your ethics and integrity. And also it also says that it is testing your problem solving ability. You have to solve the problem, and if it is not possible you have to suggest appropriate ways where you will show the examiner the real approach what you are having. As I told you, this is one of the most like often committed mistakes. Students are not bothering about the problem solving. The only way for you to get mastery over problem solving is take a UPSC case study. Try to come up with as many options as possible, however different they may be, however silly they may be. If you are able to come up with like 15 to 20 options, then almost you are on right track. The crux for developing problem solving abilities, develop as many options as possible, because when you have the options you can pick those options. If you don't have the options, it will be difficult for you to solve the things. As I told you, let's start today's discussion on 2018 case studies. These are the 6 case studies, question number 7 to question number 12. This is a pretty easy case study. As I told you, like UPSC has started like decreasing the difficulty level in case of case studies. In that, the first question is almost a repetition. All these things we'll be discussing in depth. Let us begin. Let us begin with the first case study, that is your question number 7. Before that, let me tell you the gist of these things before we go in depth. There is a officer, district level officer, who is entrusted with identifying the beneficiaries. A person comes who is not having the eligibility. He is not having the eligibility for that program. But that person is in need of help. What will you do? Simple, in just two lines I have told you. So this is the thing what you will be doing. Let me lead this case study for you. Rakesh is a responsible district level officer who enjoys the trust of his higher officials. Knowing his honesty, the government entrusted him with the responsibility of identifying beneficiaries under a health scheme meant for senior citizen. This is a health scheme for senior citizen. Rakesh is a district level officer. His job is to identify the beneficiaries for a program. That is it. The criteria to be a beneficiary are as follows: 60 years of age, belonging to a reserved community, family income less than 1 lakh rupees per annum, post-treatment prognosis is likely to be high to make a positive difference to the quality of the life of the beneficiary. The last one, the meaning of the last one is like after the treatment, they should have positive recovery things. It should have larger effects, larger benefits. That is the meaning. See, this case study is just the repetition of 2016 case study. In this, you may observe the things which I have highlighted. We have discussed this one. In 2016, the 11th case study, what they have given is, there is a woman. She is not having documents. There, she was eligible. She was eligible, but she was not having document. Here, the same. They are in need, but they don't have the eligible criteria. See, my dear students, just if someone would have practiced this one, definitely they would have. In among the 6 case studies, 5 case studies are almost repeated, my dear students. The 2018 case studies directly repeated. Edward Snowden, that is also like in an indirect way we can say repeated, but that is the only new thing. In all other respect, it is just a repetition of the previous things. Okay, Coming back to our case study. One day, the award couple visits Rakesh's office with their application. They have been the residents of the village in this district since birth. The old man is diagnosed with a rare condition. The old man is diagnosed with a rare condition that causes obstruction in the large intestine. As a consequence, he has several abdominal pain frequently that prevents him from doing any physical activity. Very pathetic conditions. The couple has no children to support them, means they are very badly in need of help. The surgeon whom they contacted is willing to do the surgery without taking any money. However, the couple will have to bear the cost of incidental charges, means the charges after the operation, such as medicines, hospitalization, etc., to the tune of 1 lakh rupees. To the tune of 1 lakh rupees. The couple fulfills all the criteria except criteria B. What is this criteria B? Criteria B is like reserved community. They are not from reserved community. This we cannot change. However, any financial aid would certainly make a significant difference in their quality of life. How would Rakesh respond to the situation? See, they are not having the B criteria, that is belonging to reservation community. They are old, 60 years, family income is less than 1 lakh, that is there, and also post treatment, after treatment, it will be making a lot of difference to their life. Any doubt? Okay. Okay. So in this case, how would you proceed? What will you do? See here, as I told you, answer case study. You have to answer case study with the mindset of a honest officer. Honest officer. You should be writing what a honest officer is expected to do with sympathy, empathy, and compassion for weaker section along with tolerance. See, in this case, you have to solve the case study step by step. See, this is Rakesh. The old couple has come to them. They fulfill all the criteria, but not one. Means they are not fulfilling the required criteria. Whether they fulfill 1, 2, or 3 doesn't matter. They are not fulfilling all the criteria. It is mandatory that all the criteria should be fulfilled. And also you should keep in mind, Rakesh is not an accountant. He is not a P1. He is a district level officer. He is a district level officer. So they have come to you, but they are not eligible for the program. So what will you do in this regard? First and foremost is, first things first. Rakesh has to inform the old couple that, see, these are the rules. Under these rules, you are not eligible. So I cannot include you in this program. This should be made clear, my dear friends. Am I clear? To begin with, because first things, you have to go in a systematic way. They have come to your office. You have to first of all say, these are the things. Under these things, you are not eligible. This is meant for this community. Reserved community, you are not in that. So you are not eligible. But don't worry. I will try to do the needful, what I can do. So you tell this couple clearly what is the fact, and also take the documents which they have with respect to other criteria. Means their income level is less, they are above 60 years, and everything with respect to their medical condition, all these things. After taking the documents, Rakesh has to inquire this matter with his colleagues, with his subordinates, and also with his officials, higher officials. See, this case I have encountered. This is a unique case. They are very much in need of help. Is there any precedents like this before? Or do I have any discretion? Can I take this one as a special case? You have to inquire. If they say that yes, you have a discretion, or if they say that there is some other program where you can, with this kind of things you can make, definitely you can fit in those things and the problem is solved. Next, with the available documents and also with the available information, here you should not forget that the three criteria they are fulfilling. They are elderly, their income level is less, and also after some medical treatment they will be in a very good position and they are badly in need of help. With this kind of things, try to see, is there any program, any government program where they can be fitted. In this, they have specifically mentioned one thing. After the operation, the incidental cost like medicine, all these things are the things which are needed. In fact, government has facilities for those things. Free medicines are given for the poor patients. So you can join them in that program. If that is not available, you can go for approaching any NGO working in that area, working with respect to these people, this kind of people. And also in all these things, after they have approached you and went, you as a district level officer should delegate this work, to one of your subordinate, but this subordinate has to report you on a daily basis the progress of the things. Is this clear? Normally, it is not recommended for you to pay from your pocket. Normally, this is not the thing. But under the rarest of the rare circumstances, you can pay, and also with a thing like anonymity. You should not show any personal favors there. Is this clear? So in a step-by-step way, you have to solve this one. First is, make sure and tell the couple that you are not eligible, because otherwise they will be in dark. And also, you say that I will do the best possible. Among that, you go one by one. They are in need of here. Many of the students forget the three criteria which they are fulfilling. You please keep in mind. Since you are reading for civil service examination, definitely the people who are below 1 lakh income, the people above 60 years of age, definitely for that one program will be there. You mention that program. This is the program under which I will keep these people. As I told you, my dear students, very important. Please note down the name of NGOs which are working for women, children, old, orphan, people who are met with atrocities, tribes, SCs, ST, all these things. This will be a very important help. And also, as we have discussed in our first class, government schemes, you should have a fair idea of these things. Is these things clear? Next. This is a very interesting case study. In fact, this is an easy one. You can directly answer these kind of things. But some minor mistakes students are doing. What is the thing is? Very important. Let me tell this in the beginning itself. See, they are not punishing the culprit. Say for example, he may be minister. Minister has offered a bribe. Then you have to punish. And you have to try to punish. Otherwise, That is the attitude you are showing. Every act of yours, never ever leave those people. Never ever leave those people who have offered bribe. Is it clear? My dear students, always punish them. With having said that, let me begin. As a senior officer in the ministry, you have access to important policy decisions and upcoming big announcement such as road construction projects before they are notified in the public domain. Means before they are notified itself, you are getting information about all those things. The ministry is about to announce a mega road project for which the drawing is already done. Ministry is about to announce a road project for which drawing is already in place. Means already blueprint is there. Sufficient care has been taken by the planners to make use of the government land with minimum land acquisition from the private parties. Very good. Compensation rate for private parties has also been finalized as per the government rules. A very, very good thing. Care has also taken to minimize deforestation. Very nice. Once the project is announced, it is expected that there will be a huge spurt in the real estate price in and around the area. So here, where the vested interest starts. Once it is announced, definitely the price hike will be very, very more for those areas. Meanwhile, the minister concerned, this is very important, not anyone. You are working in a ministry and the minister concerned insists that you realign the road in such a way that it comes close to his 20 acres farm. He also suggests that he will facilitate the purchase of a big plot of land in your wife's name at the prevailing rate, which is very nominal proposed in and around the proposed mega road project. Means his minister is guilty of offering bribe. Minister is guilty of corrupting you. So he is a culprit. Please keep this in mind. Is this clear? This is where you have showing. This is the thing examiner expects when you are given the power. Act like a honest person. He also tries to convince you by saying that there is no problem in it as he is buying the land legally. They are buying the land legally, but when the project comes, the value of the land increases tenfold. So by that they will make money. He even promised to supplement your savings in case you do not have sufficient funds to buy the land. He is also ready to give money for you to buy the land. However, by the act of realignment, a lot of agricultural lands has to be acquired, thereby causing a considerable financial burden on the government and also displacement of the farmers. Lot of inconveniences. There is displacement of the farmers, acquiring the agricultural land, and financial burden on the government, and also there is large scale cutting off the trees. So there are a lot of disadvantages by realigning that. Faced with this situation, what will you do? Critically examine the various conflicts of interest and explain what your responsibility as a public servant. So what will you do, my dear students? What is the conflict of interest here? Various conflicts of interest, and also explain what your responsibility as a public servant. First of all, the thing, everything in the examiner, the question paper setter has already told you. If there is any realignment, there will be financial burden. There will be uplifting of the farmers from their area, acquiring agricultural land, cutting off the trees. This is on one side. On the other side, like most of the work is already done, very precaution is taken to see that agricultural land is not taken, minimal amount of trees are cut, and also there is compensation package already like fixed. In this scenario, changing is not at all the option. Then what are the conflicts of interest involved? See here, the conflict of interest mainly happen because the minister, as you are aware, executive, the whole executive consists of PM and Council of Minister, or CM or Council of Minister, means it consists of various ministries. Ministry is headed politically by the minister and administratively by the secretary. So the minister is insisting. What is the conflict of interest here? You have to obey the minister because he is the political boss, political head. At the same time, you have the larger interest to take care of people, public interest. You have taken oath. You have, in the name of the constitution, larger public. You have got a responsibility as a citizen. So all these things have to come into picture. So what is the conflict of interest here? The main conflict of interest is you are under the minister. You have to obey the minister's order. On the other hand, you have got the public interest, civil service values, following code of ethics, code of conduct, the constitution, the fundamental duty of serving the nation, protecting the environment. All these things are there. So you have to mention all of these things. And also here we have got oath of secrecy, where that is the reason some confidential informations are given to you. You can't disclose those things. Realignment leads to a lot of problems like agriculture land, financial burden, displacement of the forest, cutting of the trees, all these things. So you should not heed to these things. What you have to do is all the things, all the information what you have got, you passed on those information to the concerned secretary or to the concerned chief secretary, and report the matter to an anti-corruption body like Lokapal, and also keep the things in writing. What all you have faced, you have to record those things. Every official has to write what all the things he does. So in his official diary, he has to record. See, my dear students, there won't be any difference if you write these things. This all will write. The thing is, here there is a culprit. That is your minister. He may be your boss. The guilty should be punished. For that purpose, these are the things which you have to do. As you like, as your like senior officer is your secretary, or in that itself, you'll be having in all the departments. Like as we have discussed in the corruption things, in all the department, there will be a vigilance officer. You can report to him. Since he is a minister, you can report to the cabinet secretary or the body like Lokapal. You can also report to CVC, Central Vigilance Commission. And very important things, in your official diary, you have to record these things. Is this clear? You have to punish. This is the major mistakes you have been doing. Everybody writes those things and they never bother to punish the guilty minister. Is this clear? Any doubt with respect to these things? If you have any doubt, please let me know. Next one. Oh, this is a very tricky question, and I'm very confused sometimes, though they appear to be like very simple things, and in fact they are simple. Many students make a lot of mistakes. So this is the example where they say that, see, in the first line itself they mention it is a state where prohibition is in force. You are recently appointed as superintendent of police of a district notorious for a illicit distillation of liquor. So here the district is notorious and it is known for illegal liquor distillation. The old practices, thinking that this is a land order problem, has failed. What is the new approach? What is the new approach? Let me read this for you. You are in a state where there is prohibition. Most of the students, they don't understand this. That is the reason why I say, if you have an idea of Hindi, it is better. Many, it is a state where prohibition is there, means there is a prohibition to sell liquor. There are many states like Gujarat where the liquor is not sold. You are appointed recently as a SP, superintendent of police of the districts. The illicit liquor leads to many deaths. This is the major problem. This has often been neglected among the readers. It has led to many deaths, reported and unreported, and causes a major problem in the district administration. So, main problem is illicit liquor. Illicit liquor, one point, and also there is a prohibition with respect to selling of alcohol. Can you link these two? There is a prohibition of selling alcohol, but there is illegally distilled liquor. The approach till now has been viewed as a law and order problem and tackle it accordingly. Till now, you were thinking that as a law and order problem, and you did all the things possible like raids, arrests, police cases, criminal trials, all these things, but they had very little impact. So, only little impact. This is also important. At least they had some impact, little impact. The problem remains as serious as ever. Your inspections when you go on routes, things like that, show that the parts of the districts where distillation flourishes are economically, industrially, and educationally backward. They are the areas where those are the various. This almost you can say, what are the measures for bringing the Naxalites into track? This almost the same thing here also. Where you find the Naxalites? Live apart the urban Naxalites. In mostly, they are in the areas which are generally backward economically, industrially, and also educationally. Agriculture is badly affected by poor irrigation facilities. Frequent clashes among the community gave boost to illicit distillation. What is the link between these things? See, these are the three things which I have highlighted in red are the main things you have to concentrate. There is a prohibition on liquor, but there is illicit liquor which is rampant, and also frequent clashes among the communities boosted have gave boost to illicit distillation. Means always there is a clash, maybe for any reasons. Why? For that, how it is linked? So for fighting, people want to drink and fight. It's true, like they are fighting, like frequently they are fighting. When they are drinking, they are not that conscious, so they want to drink and they want to fight. No major initiative had taken place in the past either from the government side nor from the social organization to improve the lot of the people. If you are in that position, what will you do? Here, most of the students, when I gave this case study, what they have written is all these things. They are concentrating things here, like economically, industrially, we have to develop, educationally, we have to develop, and there are poor irrigational facilities, we have to develop irrigation. Good. But my dear student, you are a IPS officer. You are not the district administrator, you are not the chief minister. And why he has given prohibition on liquor? You have to make use of that. And also, these are the things which you have found. And there is something, you are in charge of law and order. You have to set right that. And frequent clashes among the communities gave boost to illicit distillation. Means this is your area. You have to concentrate on frequent clashes as a major thing. These are the areas which doesn't come under you. I am not saying that you have to make sure that these are also solved. What I am saying is your concentration should be on that. Economically backward industries are not there, educationally backward, yes. But in the question paper, they have exclusively mentioned that frequent clashes among the communities gave boost to illicit distillation. Means there is a demand for liquor, but there is no supply. Do you got me? So there is a demand for liquor. What is that one? Clashes, and there is no supply. See, these are the two things which you have to first look into these things. So here, demand side, to decrease demand, what you have to do? You have to find out the clashes, reasons for the clashes, and you have to prevent the clashes from happening. That is there in your hand. That can be done. You are the law and order, you are the superior officer. You can prevent those things. If these clashes are prevented, demand for liquor will decrease. Then automatically supply will also decrease. At the same time, what is there in your hand? You have to follow them in a proper way, strict way. Previously, the traditional methods somehow have not worked. It doesn't mean that you should leave all of them. Is my point clear? So, first of all, here prohibition is in force. You have to look into these things. Is prohibition the reason for the illicit distillation? If that is the case, you can talk to the concerned authority or anything like that, so that for that area, something like that, some arrangement can be made. Number one thing. I'm not saying these are out of your reach, but you can look into that point of view also. And notorious for illicit liquor, for illicit distillation of liquor, and this liquor is leading to death, and this is leading to lot many other problems. And also you have like constant clashes are there. You have to find out the reason for these clashes, and you have to almost make sure that there are no clashes at all. And here also there are a lot of deaths happening. You have to find out like why. Illicit liquor will be of different kind. And also like you have to, one of the important thing, you have to change the attitude of the people. You have to take care of the people who are already addicted to drinking. All these things and still more. First of all, what you have to do is, with respect to frequent clashes, find out the reason and solve it. That is in your play, in your position. You have to do that. Demand and supply. So there is lot of demand because of this clash. So if the clashes are removed, demand will decrease, and there is no supply because there is prohibition. So make some arrangement for that if possible, because drinking alcohol is not illegal. In that state, it is illegal. You can make some provisions in that regard, because your one of the thing is preventing the death. Lot of deaths are there. If you don't supply, somehow it will be somehow will be on the same way, and it can happen. It can worsen. And also you have to make a detailed study, and you have to inform your findings to the concerned IAS officer, local MLA or MP, the media, NGO, from the government side, and also from social organizations like NGO, all these things. You have to inform them. You have to come up with the what is the real problem, how you have to solve that. Is this clear? First of all, in this regard, make a detailed study, find out the causes, and also how it can be prevented or decreased. Then then in this report you add these things: economically, industrially, educationally backward, agriculture areas, all these things. You report to the concerned authorities with respect to these things. Is this clear? Your main task is these things, not economical, industrial, educational. Definitely these are the reasons, but you as a IPS officer, You have not got those authorities, powers, and also it is not your responsibilities to get into these things, because this may in fact lead to like negative repercussions, because you are putting yourself into those areas where you have got no authority or power also. Is this clear? So let me just brief the things in one line. Prohibition. See if you can do something of that. Deaths are happening. See if you can do something for that. And also, main reason for demand is clashes. You have to prevent that at any cost. Make a detailed study and inform that to concerned persons. With respect to law and order, you have to be still strict with respect to those things. And other things like awareness creation, attitudinal change, daily announcements, all these things you have to make. Is this clear? Any doubt with respect to these things? Rajkumar, any doubt? Next. This is with respect to a big corporate house. Let me brief this in 2 3 lines. See here, see here, there is one industry. Let me take the pen. So there is an industry which is like pollute causing industry. This is a chemical industry. So this, because of this pollution, a lot of problems have happened, and people are protesting. People are protesting to close this polluting industry. Because of that, government has ordered closing the pollution industry. Since it has been closed, there has been a problem of unemployment problem. Not only that, this company was producing and giving chemicals to many other industries. Now, other industries which are dependent on this industry are suffering. So, in this scenario, what will you do? A big corporate house is engaged in manufacturing industrial chemicals on a large scale. So, industrial chemicals on a large scale. It proposes to set up an additional unit. Many states rejected its proposal due to detrimental effect to environment. So many states rejected, but one state government accepted the request and permitted the unit close to city. This is one of the problem which the government has done. This should not have been done. At this point yourself, I say environmental impact assessment and also social impact assessment should be done by the government before giving permission, brushing aside all oppositions. The unit was set up 10 years ago, means already it was set up long back. This story is about 10 years back story, and was in full swing till recently. The pollution caused by the industrial effluents was affecting the land, water, and crops in that area. So it was affecting everything, land, water, crops in the area. It was also causing serious health problems to human beings and animals. The major there is a major harm from the company. This from this almost land, water, crops are degraded, and also serious health problems among the human beings and also animal alike. This gave rise to serious agitation. Thousands of people took part. Thousands of people took part. Means it has created a law and order problem. Created a law and order problem necessitating stern police action. Following the public outrage, the state government ordered to close the factory. So, if you are an officer who has been entrusted with this job to resolve the thing, what will you do? Here, my dear students, you one thing. What is the thing is, while you are reading the question paper itself, the problems wherever you are coming across, just mark a tick mark. While answering, just see that, solve that problem. this is one of the best way of solving case studies. I repeat, while reading itself, you just mark the areas where it is affecting, who are the stakeholders and how they are affecting. While writing the answer, just look into each tick mark or the area which you have underlined and give solution to that. Why I'm saying is, in most of the cases, students fail to touch all the parts of the question paper. See here, most of the students, where I will tell you where they are missing the things also. First of all, see, it has already caused health problems. They are not at all taking what my observation after seeing thousands of people who write the examination. They are not at all considering this causing serious health problem. It has already caused. You have to make some arrangement for that. And also, it has created lander problem, and also people are very like harsh. They are on agitation. The public is on ramp. But in the second part, they say that closure of the factory, closure of the factory resulted in unemployment. Not only for the workers who were engaged in the factory, but also who were working in the auxiliary industries, means like supplying the things, not directly related with the company, auxiliary units. Like say for example, they provide vegetables, those who provide other supplement things like in and around chai walas, all these things. It has also very badly affected those industries which depended on the chemicals manufactured by this. As a senior officer entrusted with the responsibilities of having this issue, how are you going to address it? How will you going to address this one? Anyone, any idea? Like how will you address? What is the main crux here? Here, number one, my dear students, the industrial affluents. These are discharged. First thing is, you have to see that the industry is there for last 10 years. You cannot continue this again because people will go on strike again. Industrial effluents are the things which are creating lot of problem, and moreover, all the things happen. The scenario is on fire because of the agitation. So for that, first and foremost, what you have to do is you have to form a committee involving the local people. For that, you can have a win-win situation for all. First and foremost is that one. In that, somehow you should give a affirmation or commitment to the people that the industrial effluents will be properly treated before disposal, and it will be made sure that they won't cause any damage in future. Latest methods or technology will be adopted in this direction. Is this clear? This is the thing which you have to make sure. So first of all, you form a committee including the local people, explain them, see, this is the situation, we should have a win-win situation. This industry is already running for the last 10 years. Definitely we know that a lot of problems are created in future. In the Let us give some time, we'll shift it to some area where there is little environment impact and little social impact. As of now, closing that creates problems to not only to the industries, it will cause problem to your own brothers and sisters who are depending on that. So let us join our hands. We see that we I will make sure that these industrial effluents are not disposed. If they are disposed also, I will make sure that it is treated properly and it will be disposed in a harmless manner, in a diluted manner. That is one thing. So committee is the one thing which you have to form anywhere. This trick you have to uh, internalize. If there is any agitation or anything like that, stakeholders should be used. Okay, very good point. Follow CPCB guidelines. Yes, very good. That is the thing. Affluent should be decreased. But now the situation is volatile. So you have to pacify them first. And serious health problems have already been caused. One thing here, you have to compensate for that. Second thing, you have to see that they further, there is no problem with respect to these things. And also, unemployment has been created. You have to make a long term plan for that. And also, in any case, any state government, before considering environmental impact assessment and social impact assessment, it should not open any factories. And after that, in the next future, you should make sure that this factory is shifted gradually. Is my point clear? You have to go step by step, convince the people, and also prevent the company from discharging the effluents. As Srinidhi Desai has said, like CPCB guidelines, like guidelines with respect to pollution should be firm. And one of the things is it is inside the city, near to the populated area. So in near future itself, it has to be shifted. And also you have to suggest some guidelines to prevent these kind of problems in future. Okay, let us move on to the next one. This is a very tricky one, though it appears to be very simple. So here I'll just sum up the things. Here there is a doctor who is a you can say like motivated with public interest. You want to open a super specialty hospital, but he has not filled the things related to tax or some returns like that. So in this, he is caught during investigation. So if you are strictly following the things, leads to this doctor not taking the project, which is of public importance. If you give little lenience, you can carry on the project. Did you get me? In the case study, it says that a leading medical practitioner with a public interest, he has started some things like start super. You want to start some super specialty hospital, but he has not complied with the tax regulations. He was found guilty. So he agrees that I will pay all the things, sir. Sorry, I did it. It was a great, wrong thing from my side. I rectified these things. But on the other hand, there are many things with respect to technical things. Those are not of that much importance. Then what will you do? This is a very, very tricky question. Don't think that here, if you write one page answer, you'll be getting marks. My dear student, here they are giving marks for your attitude, which shows your ethics and integrity, not for writing pages and pages, mentioning more number of points. No. This is the examination where you should not bother about the number of words. Your way is to project your attitude, which shows that you are ethical. Let me read this for you. Dr. S. X is a leading Dr. X is a leading medical practitioner in the city. He has set up a charitable trust through which he plans to establish a super specialty hospital in the city to cater to the medical needs of all the sections of the society. Very good motive. Please note, he is a chartered trust, charitable trust he has opened. Super specialty hospital, not a like normal hospital. Super specialty hospital, but don't be carried away. It is for all sections of the society. Super specialty after even for the poor, all sections. That is the intent. Incidentally, that in that part, the state had been neglected over years. Incidentally, that part of the state had been neglected over years. It's very remote area. The proposed hospital would be a boon to that region. It will be very, very helpful for the region because the region is already neglected. You are heading the tax investigation IRS officer. You are the head. You are heading the tax investigation agency of the region. During an inspection of the doctor's clinic, your officials have found some major irregularities. Have found some major irregularities. A few of them are substantial, which has resulted in considerable withholding of the tax that should be paid by him now. Means there are some major irregularities which shows that there are few of them are of substantial nature which has resulted in considerable withholding of the tax, those things which you would have been paid by this time. The doctor is very cooperative. He undertakes to pay them immediately. So many consider this fact also. This is not the fact to be considered to a greater extent. When you are caught, definitely you will cooperate, because you are in a very awkward position. You are a criminal there. You have done a very wrong thing. You have done something illegal against law. So, however, there are certain other deficiencies. There are some major deficiencies where, like doctor said, that he will cooperate. There are certain other deficiencies in this tax complaints which are purely technical in nature. Because technical in nature means like maybe related to the form, different things. Because of the technical nature, it is not about paying the tax, the technical nature. If these technical defaults are pursued, by the agency, considerable time and energy of the doctor will be diverted to the issues which are not so serious. Technical nature. Added to that, they are saying that these technical defects are, if these are pursued by the agency, that is, if it is pursued by you, considerable time and energy of the doctor will be diverted to issues which are not so serious. It will be directed to those things which are not so serious, urgent, or even helpful in tax collection process. Not serious, not urgent, and they are not helping even in collection of the tax process. Further, in all probability, it will hamper the prospects of the hospital coming up. See, this is a remote area already. A hospital in that area will be a boon for that area. And doctor, with respect to major things, he has agreed to pay the things. With respect to pure technical things, if it is pursued, it will take long time because of technical nature. In this regard, you are left with two options. Like he has given the options, two options before you. One is taking a broader view, taking a broad overview, ensure that substantial tax complaints and ignore defaults that are merely technical in nature. The first things, serious allegations, you look into those things. And also ignore, this is a very very derogatory term, ignore defaults that are merely technical in nature. So what you will do, please tell me number one or number two option. Pursue the matter strictly. Second option, pursue the matter strictly and pursued in all fronts, whether substantial or merely technical. As a head of the technical agency, which course of action you opt and why? See, strictly following the rules and regulations. Second option. First option is that, see that he pays all the taxes. Technical matters, ignore it, because he's doing something with the motto of good, public good. Okay, very good, Lakshya Singh. Very good answer. Lakshya Singh says that you will strictly pursue. Very good, very good. This is one of the thing. See, if you see any of the things, most of the teachers and students are like, they say that, even I read in some of the books, they say that go for the first one. See, I will explain these things in a way. Say, for example, First one, you can go for first one because of these reasons. See, taking a broader view ensures substantial tag compliance and ignore the defaults that are merely technical in nature. Because why? Charitable trust means philanthropic kind of thing. Super specialty after all, and it is catering to the needs of all people, and in that area which is neglected by the government for long. They say has something to say. Number one, notice should be given to the doctor to pay the tax, limited time. Two, escalate the case to the higher examining authority. Okay, but not that appealing. Let me give the answer of yours. You think and you can give me your things. See here, I'm just saying the pros and cons. If you take first and second, what will be the thing? You can take a broader view and neglect other things. Why? Because charitable, super specialty needed for all the section, and that area is already backward with respect to these things. Other thing, doctor is very cooperative. He undertakes to pay the tax immediately. Technical defects, if pursued by the agency, considerable time and energy of the doctor will be diverted to the issue which are not so serious, urgent, or even helpful in the collection of the things. Because of all these things, if you take, you can go for number one, first option. Let us think about the second also. See here, pursue the matter strictly and proceed in all fronts, whether substantial or merely this thing. Here, don't you think small theft and large theft? You are saying that people who are doing small thieves should be left, only big thieves should be caught. Technical nature, all these things. My dear students, he is a medical practitioner, he is not a illiterate person. He is well aware of the things, technical or non-technical, everything he know. And also there are major irregularities which has been done by him. This is not an innocent person. He knows everything. He has done illegally, wantedly. By this time, he would have filled the taxes. Yes, why he has not filled? And also, this is a super specialty hospital, and it is not a small thing. He has to know everything about these things. And he is withholding the tax that you should have been paid by this time. And also, rule of law. Don't you seal? Say, for example, they give the thing. Your babas. So, one baba, he is involved in benevolence. He is having ashramas. He is giving free medication, but he is harassing the people. He is indulging some in illegal activities. Can we leave that baba thinking that in the larger interest this one? See, this is the case of utilitarianism. Utilitarianism versus deontology. You have to mention these words. Deontology, following the rules, regulation, following your duty. Utilitarianism, taking the bigger picture. First one is utilitarian view, greatest good of the greatest number. Deontology, means are important. And also, in the first case, they say that ignore the defect that are merely technical in nature. That's you can't do. This is just a trap for you. See, for example, these kind of things you cannot take. Even the second ARC says that there you have to have one of the thing, you have to have sympathy, empathy and compassion, tolerance for weaker sections of the society, not for the affluent. And also, in the bigger interest, say for example, making him for these technical things strictly going, it won't make everything, all the energy won't be there. There will be an accountant who will be taking care of all the things. If you are not sticking to this one, guilty is not punished. You should not do these things. So, what is the take home? See here, most of the books they say that first one should be. I have given both the pros and cons, but I am of the strong belief that you have to go for second one. These are the these are the traps, these are the things on which you cannot violate the law. On the larger interest, okay, But you have to do your duty. Today you are compromising for something. Tomorrow you will compromise for other thing. Where is the role of law then? These are the things. Say they almost always say many even in fact many film actors, many industrialists, all these things, they commit a lot of crime. They say that these people are also doing charitable work. Is this the excuse? What is rule of law? Law is ruling, no one. I strongly say that you have to go with second one. At the same time, you should also say that you should also say that I'll take measures. You should also say that I'll take measures to see that the doctor is not made to go behind these things on like unnecessary things. I'll make sure that some of his subordinate accountants can take care of all these things. See here in the question paper itself, they say that there is a major irregularity, tax holding things. You cannot say that doctor is cooperating. My dear students, when a thief is caught, definitely he has to cooperate. Why are you not taking? Why I'm taking a little bit more time is I said most of the books they always say that first is good. No, according to me, this is the thing. And you are also a very rational and autonomous beings, as our Kant says. All humans are rational and autonomous beings capable of making your own decisions. I have given both pros and cons, but according to me, you have to go for second one, but you have to make sure that the project comes up there. For that, you are not disturbing the things. Okay, next one. Edward Snowden, a very, very interesting thing. A very, very interesting thing. And in fact, I don't know like how many of you are aware. When this case was happened, it was almost the talk of the town. Not only the talk of the town, the talk of the world it was. Everywhere this was the only discussion. Like Snowden was given asylum in some embassy. They are not able to make these things, all these things. Okay, let us start this one. So I will just brief the things as I always do. See this Edward Snowden, what he has done is he has leaked government information, that too secret government information to the public, to the press. Now the question is whether he is right or wrong. He has leaked government information to the public, saying that it is in public interest. In public interest, he has leaked the things. You have to say whether it is right or wrong. Let me read these things. And also one of the thing, previously it was a very big news. There was a project like maybe like prison, like project prison was the thing, prison project, where there was a lot of snooping. It was in a great news. Not only that, not only with respect to the people of America, there was spying done by Americans with respect to most of the dignitaries, even Germans, Angela Merkel, like most of the like Brazil, Argentina, even Britain, prime ministers, all these people were spied in the name of like security, all these things. This was general information. We'll stick to the things which are given in the case study. Edward Snowden, a computer expert and former CIA administrator. You have to take these things into consideration. CIA, secretive agency administrator, released confidential government documents to the press about the existence of government surveillance project. Government surveillance project. Government is doing surveillance on the people. According to many legal experts and US government, according to legal experts and government, according to them, his action violated the Espionage Act. Means there is a Secret Service Act. There is an act for spying, espionage spying, which identified the leak of state secret as an act of treason, the crime, the betrayal to the state. Yet, despite the fact that he broke the law, he has broken the law. What is that law? This Espionage Act. This is the law he has broken. Snowden argues that he had a moral obligation. He had a ethical thing, moral obligation, ethical obligation to act. He has disclosed this information because he had got a ethical obligation, moral obligation. He gave a justification for this whistleblowing by stating that he had the duty. It was his duty to inform the public as to which is done in their name. It was his duty to inform the public as to that which is done in their name and that which is done against them. Means here the surveillance program according to Snowdown is against the people, but government is saying that it is for the people's safety. So continuing that, according to Snowden, the government's violation, according to Snowden, the government's violation of privacy had to be exposed regardless of the legality. So according to Snowden, what is the thing? Government violation of a privacy, individual privacy, it is violating. That has to be exposed regardless of the legality. Even it is violating the law. He himself is saying, I am violating the law. I am violating the law. But why is violating? Because the fundamental right of privacy is being violated. Since more substantial issue of social action and public morality were involved here, many agreed with Snowden. Few argued that he broke the law and compromised the national security for which he should be held accountable. So, what is your opinion? Here, just I'll brief the thing. What is the thing is Snowden. He is saying that yes, I broke the law. I broke the law. Illegal according to I have broken the law, so I have done a wrong thing. But I found the interest of the people, the violation of the privacy of the people as a major thing, a bigger thing than the law. Why we make the law? We make the law for the people. But here, people interest is sacrificed. Public interest, public morality. So I found that it is a greater virtue. It is my duty to inform to the people because government is committing a crime in the name of the security. They are spying on you. According to you, or are you say, do you agree that Snowden's actions were ethically justified even if legally prohibited? The question is that is Snowden's actions ethical? Here, see, this question has often come. Differentiate between ethics and law. They are directly asking you, are the actions of Snowden ethical? Even it is legally prohibited. Why and why not? Make an argument by weighing the competing values in this case. So, what will be the thing for you? Is it ethical? Let me make the arguments in both the cases and let me think. Let me ask you what you will be doing. Number one, agreeing. So, One thing is with respect to, first we'll take disagreeing itself. Disagreeing. We disagree with what Snowdown has done. We say that this is not ethical. First of all, CIA is a secretive agency like our RA, all these things. Spying agency. He is working there. Then he has to work in a secretive way, isn't it? That is his duty. And these things are not done by CIA illegally. There is Epsinose Act which gives power to these things. And also, this act is violated by Snowden. He has broken the law, compromised the national security. For these reasons, we can say that we won't agree with Snowden. We don't say that he is right. Other way around, you can say that we agree with him. Why? According to the information given in the passage, he has the duty to inform the public, isn't it? A civil servant. He should be punished as per the law because another day he may leak the other confidential matters to the of the government. Yes, very good point. Very good point. The very good point mentioned by Desai. She is saying that other confidential matters of the government may be leaked. Yes, very good point. But madam, here one of the main thing to be considered is, yes, he has leaked the information, but what is he saying is, in a democracy, all the laws are made for the welfare of the people. But this is against the welfare of the people. The law itself is wrong, he is saying. Okay, let me clarify. After my explanation, I think your doubt will be cleared. I'm giving both the things. He had the duty to inform the public as to that which is done in their name, that which is done against them. This law itself is against the people. Spying means what I am doing, what I am talking with my wife, what I am talking with my relative, where am I going, with whom I am staying, what is there happening. They're all spying on those things. The government's violation of privacy had to be expressed regardless of the legality, since some more substantial issue of social action and social morality has been done. Say, for example, Modi ji comes up with a law. According to that law, government has all the rights to see what are you talking, with whom are you talking. Isn't it against your privacy? I may be talking to my girlfriend, I may be talking to my wife, I may be talking to my father, I may be talking some secret. Does the government have the right to violate my privacy? So here, like I'm leaving the ball, and also see, I am also a human like you, and according to me, after due consideration, I'll say my point of view, and the ball will be in your court, and you have to take a judgment. See, both the things I am saying. See here, main thing is, let me let me make you understand the question first. See, he has broken the law. He is guilty of violating the law. But his argument is why he has broken the law? Because the law is not correct. Modi ji has taken a law where the law itself wrong. The law that Modi ji has come up is not in public interest. It is it is not in the public interest at all. It is violating the fundamental rights of the people. He is saying that law itself is wrong. That is the reason I have violated. That is the other thing, like national security, all these things. This is the arguments by others. Okay, going forward with the same thing, you can also add these things. See, due process of law. No law can say that you can have everything with respect to privacy things also. Nobody can interfere in your privacy. So the law itself is long. Due process of the law, due process of law, not procedure established by law. If the law is enforced in public domain, people are right to question about the policy legally. Yes, people have the right, but this was not publicly made. Your very good point. This was not public, it was not in public domain. If that would have been in the public domain, definitely Snowden would have been wrong. Is not, the law is not in public domain. This was a very very secretive project. It was named prison project, something like that. So here the law itself is wrong, spying on the individual. And also, as a second ARC said, and also your honorable Supreme Court, SC means Supreme Court, says right to privacy is your fundamental right. Right to privacy is your fundamental right. Curtailing the right to privacy is like curtailing the dignity of the individual. Right to privacy means you are not allowing to have a dignified life. Which article? Which article is it violating? The article with respect to right to life and liberty. So it is violating the fundamental rights of the people. You are not allowed to live in a dignified way. According to second ARC, the law is wrong. And also, second ARC says that what is the integrity for civil servant? According to second ARC, integrity means public servants should be guided solely by the public interest in their official decision. So public servants should be guided by solely by public interest in their official dealing. So according to me, so he should be punished as per the law. Yes. So he should be punished as per the law. Correct. But the question here is not about punishing. They are asking whether he is ethical. It is already given. Legally, he has done the things which are prohibited. He has broken the law. You can punish him. But what is the main thing? What they are asking is it ethical? Is my point clear? What they are asking you is they are not asking whether the law is broken or anything like that. What they are asking is Snowdown ethical? What is your opinion? He is already illegal. He has broken the law because under the Epstein Act of 1971, he was not supposed to do that. He has done that. So, what is your stand? So, let me explain this again. See, he has broken the law. But what he is saying is public interest, keeping public interest in my mind, I have exposed the thing because the privacy of the people were at stake. In the name of helping people, the government was spying on them. It was against them. The law was wrong. Here, the thing is not with respect to the law. Already, he himself has said that violating the law, I might have. But what the thing is, I am ethical is his argument. According to you, is he ethical? So, like, I will give the stand also. Some of them, like well-known authors, also they say that is neither ethical nor legal, but for the reasons I have given. See, this law was violating the privacy. Privacy is a fundamental right. It is not according with due process of law, which is the basic structure of our constitution. So I say that it is ethical. Why? Because he is doing all these things in public interest, and also the law itself is wrong. When the law itself is wrong, there is every right for you to criticize. Is this clear? So it is not unethical, but somehow you have to be very careful. This is my point of view, because some of the things they say that you cannot criticize the government, you cannot go against these things, but here it is about testing your ethicality. The arguments I am giving is ethical because the law is wrong. Law itself is unethical, and also it is against the fundamental rights, and also he is a public servant. He is upholding the public interest by serving these things. Somehow he is ethical, but what he has done is not according to the law. He has broken the law. That is the thing. This is my stand to take deliberate on the thing. To sum up the things, I'll say the thing. My final word. The question is asking, is he ethical? According to me, he is ethical. Why? Number one, the law itself is wrong. Law is wrong. There is no due process of law. Number two, it violates the fundamental right to privacy, which the Supreme Court has said that it is a very, very like important thing. You cannot have a dignified life without privacy. It is violating the right to life and liberty. And third point I am saying is, for any civil servant, according to second ARC and the foundational values and all the government rules, his responsibility, his duty is to uphold the public interest. By this way, he is upholding the public interest. Because of all these things, though he has broken the law, he is ethical. This is my final stand. I have given both the sides of the argument. To please take the stand. Because you are a rational and autonomous being capable of taking independent decisions, and you have to take those things. Any doubt with respect to these things? If you have any doubt, please let me know. Tomorrow will be a very, very important thing, like 2019 question paper I will be discussing, and also I'll be giving some of the important inputs I thought of giving today itself, but it's time up. Tomorrow I'll be giving a lot of inputs as to solve the mains case studies. If you have any doubt with respect to these things, and if you want to have a clear idea of as to solve tomorrow's case studies, you can attend my free classes on Unacademy app. You can attend my free special class at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, where I'll be dealing some of the important things which are applicable, because in the tomorrow's paper 2019 mains paper, they have asked more about the code of ethics, code of conduct, all these things, where I'll be explaining all those topics. If you are already like gone through those things, no need to come. You can attend my 12 o'clock free class on an Unacademy app. If you have not downloaded, download it and use my code Buddha10 for app. Buddha10 you have to use to open the app if you have not downloaded. Sir, answer writing. Definitely I will do. Let me complete everything. Afterwards, we'll do answer writing. So in answer writing, what I will do is I'll give the questions for you in my Telegram link. You can answer that. I will discuss here. Okay, having said that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also hit the bell icon for notification. Use my coupon Buddha, and if you are with respect to any other things, use Buddha 10 when you are making any subscription or opening an account in the app. By this, you will get 10% discount. Not only that, I'll be there available for you, guide you, and also subscribe my Telegram channel. Having said that, let's crack UPSC Civil Service examination. Let's get first rank. Take care. Happy reading. Happy preparation. Enjoy your preparation.